this 70, 15, and 130 with this? And you calculated market surplus was 57,000? All right. So prices are not always what we want to be. Consumers want a lower price, producers want a higher price. Market price is a reflection of how much consumers want or need a product and how much it costs to produce or sell something. So the want and need part is the demand part, the produce and sell part is the supply part of the market. Price ceilings are government-imposed maximum prices that can be charged, illegal to sell above the price ceiling. So in cities, sometimes the rents are really high, and in some countries, they believe that putting a price ceiling would help the consumers. So you cannot charge a ridiculously high price for like one-bedroom apartment. But we will see that these things are not a good idea. It creates market inefficiency or deadweight loss, and we'll talk about it. But for now, government-imposed maximum price is called price ceiling, and it's more common in countries that have dictators or not a free market, not a free economy. So these type of things are more common there. It's an example of market intervention. Market intervention to help the consumers. So we'll see an example. Where there is a price ceiling. So price ceiling example. Let's say gas station buys gas for $3.20, right? And she keeps 10 cents profit and sell it for $3.30 per gallon. $3.30 is the equilibrium price. This is the equilibrium quantity. Let's say that government puts a ceiling of $2.75. Government puts a price ceiling of $2.75 per gallon on gas. Meaning you cannot sell gas for more than $2.75 per gallon. This is your quantity demand. This is your quantity supply. You can see quantity demand is much greater than quantity supply at that point. What happens is at that low price, quantity demand increases and quantity supply decreases. Now remember, she's buying the gas for $3.20 per gallon. And she's selling it for $3.30. She's gonna keep 10 cents profit, right? So, if the government says you cannot sell it for more than $2.75, she's gonna quit buying. Her supply will decrease because she cannot afford to buy gas for $2.75. The market price is $3.20. So the supply will actually decrease. Quantity supply will decrease because she cannot afford to buy for $2.75. She cannot supply at that price. She can supply at $3.30, but she cannot supply at $2.75. At $2.75 though, demand will be much higher. Consumers would want to buy a lot of gas because, hey, it's so cheap now, right? So what this creates is a shortage. This creates a shortage. Quantity demand is way greater than quantity supply. Market prices act as a signal. Market prices act as a signal and an incentive guided by the invisible hand. Okay, let's just talk about this. So the invisible hand is basically saying that whatever the price market decides is the natural price and is what people want the product at that price. So here the equilibrium price, $3.30, was the natural price. But after the intervention, it is lower and consumers are happy, but there's no supply of the gas, so it's not good. Supply has stopped. So what it's saying is that market prices act as a signal of whether we need a product or we don't. If prices are higher, that means that we need more of that product. If prices are lower, we know that that product is not in demand. So through prices we can tell. Prices give an incentive to suppliers. If prices are high, they will produce more. And this way, they act like an invisible hand. That's the invisible hand is like the economic term that they just function on its own. So if prices are higher, you know that that's an incentive to produce more. That if you put a ceiling on it, suppliers won't be able to supply and there will be a shortage, so it's better to not put a ceiling. Because at the equilibrium point, there is supply is equal to the demand, so everybody is happy. So price ceilings are below equilibrium price. That's one thing to remember, that price ceilings are below equilibrium price. What if it was above equilibrium price? What if the government said the market price was $3.30 to sell the gas? $3.30. Well, nothing will happen actually, because the government is saying you can sell it for $3.50, but the market price is $3.30. Suppliers is going to continue to sell it for $3.30, and nothing will happen. Basically, suppliers will not sell it for $3.50 because people won't buy it at $3.50. So they'll go by the market price. So if the government says, well, we're going to put a price ceiling at $3.50, it's not going to do anything because the equilibrium price is $3.30.
Doesn't the U.S. do that for agriculture?
Yeah.
So we like subsidize it?
Yeah.